was not originally intending on reviewing Misery at this time. I was going to wait until I feel like it is the right time to review every single adaptation of Stephen King's work. But Misery was actually recommended by a guy named Ryan O'Toole, which I asked him in a live stream through the live chat what film would he recommend me. And he picked Misery. And the reason I'm reviewing Misery is because his birthday just came by, and I wanted to wish him a happy birthday, as well as review Misery, as he has recommended me. Ryan O'Toole himself does have a YouTube channel, and he also reviews films as well. Feel free to take a look at his channel if you want to. The link to his channel will be in the description down below. Misery is about a writer named Paul Sheldon who ends up in a car accident and later gets nursed by Annie Wilkes, his #1 fan. This is not the only film adaptation of a Stephen King story to be directed by Rob Reiner. He also directed Stand By Me, which is a classic Stephen King film adaptation. Rob Reiner is also very well known for directing The Princess Bride, which is one of my favorite films, When Harry Met Sally, which I have not seen yet, but I've heard a great deal about it, and A Few Good Men, which I also haven't seen, but I know about that one quote, "You can't handle the truth!" I need to watch A Few Good Men. What I'm about to say may surprise a lot of people. I think Stephen King is overrated as a writer. I know some people are going to disagree with me on that, but most of the time, I find Stephen King's work either cheesy or over the top. I don't find any of his horror that scary for the majority of his life's work. I'm sorry, that's just how I think about Stephen King as a writer. However, Misery is an exception because there is a level of tension that doesn't let you go until the end of the film, and I'm so glad that Misery is a film and a story that I would say is one of Stephen King's best works. Misery stars James Caan as Paul Sheldon, and I greatly remember James Caan from The Godfather. And who cannot blame me for that, because James Caan is famous for The Godfather as Sonny Corleone. Even though James Caan is a fine actor, he is rightfully restrained in Misery. And that's because he doesn't do a whole lot of physical acting. He just sits in bed and sits on a wheelchair. And I actually am able to believe that, and I'm surprised that James Caan actually was immersed in the character to pull that performance off. But let's be real, the show stealer is Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes. In fact, she won an Oscar for that performance. Misery is definitely a film that is more story-driven than character-driven. There are not a lot of characters in Misery, so it's fine that the characterization is not really done much for the main characters in Misery. I actually get a sense of characterization already enough as the film started. I kind of understand where these characters are coming from. So, the characterization may be weak for some, but I actually don't take this as a weak aspect for Misery, because the film focuses on tension and suspense, which Misery really does execute very well. I won't give away too much about Misery, but it is famous for one scene. Anyone that has seen Misery will know what I'm talking about, but it did make me cringe in a very good way. But what's also great about Misery is that it has a cathartic ending. This really is one of the best film adaptations of a Stephen King story. I don't think it's the best because there are a couple of films that I think are greater film adaptations of Stephen King's work, but for a suspense thriller film adaptation, this is a very good one. Ryan O'Toole gives out star ratings for his film reviews. For me, it's numbers, but in honor of Ryan O'Toole's birthday, I will give Misery 5 out of 5 stars. You know what that means for my channel? A cocky doodle 10 for Misery! If you like this review, if you want to leave me a comment, or if you want to follow my channel, that is what the like button, the comment section, and the subscribe button are for. And if you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. And thank you for watching my review of Misery. And until my next review, good day and good night. Now, since my mother's birthday is coming up, she does have a favorite film of hers.
Get busy living or get busy dying.